Braja Jana Ranjana Shoda Nandana Jaya Yamuna Tihavanachari Jaya Kunja Diyari अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्रीमद् भगवद गीतोपनिषद की हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि भगवद गीता ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुवैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Gunesh, you can probably if you can put the lights of this side on.
Lights on this side?
Yeah.
Try.
It's written there, right hand side. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, welcome again. So today, we had observance of His Holiness Indityumna Maharaja's Vyas Puja. So, I thought it's befitting that we take instructions from Bhagavad Gita on this topic of spiritual master. So we'll look at Bhagavad Gita 2.7. Now, Bhagavad Gita, this is the juncture where there is a turning point. Would anyone like to guess what is the turning point in this particular verse?
Arjuna accepts Krishna.
Yeah, very good. So there is a turning point that Arjuna accepts Krishna as spiritual master. So before they were friends. So when the talks between friends are there, then the friends can say anything to each other. And friends talk usually are not taken very seriously. And we know that at this juncture, Arjuna is very much confused. He does not know what is good for him. On one hand, he knows that as per the religious principles, he has to fight. But on the other hand, Shaudram Hridayam, the weakness of heart has overtaken his composure because he sees brothers, grandfathers, nephews, spiritual masters, uncles, forefathers, and how can I kill them in this battle? This is the question, because he's identifying himself with the body and he's giving many, many reasons why not to fight. And actually, when we read first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that is titled as Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Vishada means lamentation or depression. So Arjuna goes into lamentation and depression as to why he cannot fight. So this lamentation and depression of Arjuna, that leads him to indecisiveness. And this indecisiveness, we all actually face in our lives, to do or not to do, or what to do or what not to do, at various junction of our life. So how to make these important decisions, that is very important. And this is what we learn from this process of surrendering process that Arjuna is now undergoing. So we see Arjuna give many, many reasons in Bhagavad Gita first chapter on why he shouldn't be fighting. And actually when we read those reasons, then we actually feel, yes, Arjuna is correct actually. These battles should not be fought. But as soon as Krishna speaks, then we find out, actually no, what Krishna is saying is correct. Because Arjuna is identifying himself with the body and the relationships of the body. And bodies are not immortal. The body will deteriorate and the body will die. But the principles of dharma, or that which sustains our existence, the actual meaning of dharma Prabhupada and the scriptures gives is that which sustains, and that which is the innate nature or innate quality. And that when innate nature, innate quality is recognized, then actually that sustains one's existence. As soon as we move away from that innate nature or innate quality, then we get in all sorts of problems. Let's look at this verse Arjuna is speaking, and thereafter we can discuss more. Please repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prichhami tvam dharma samudha chetaha yat shreyasyam nishchitam bruhi tanme sishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapanna. Translation by His Loving Divine Grace, I see Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Please repeat. Now I am confused about my duty
About my duty
and have lost all composure
and have lost all composure
because of miserly weakness.
because of miserly weakness.
In this condition,
In this condition,
I am asking you
I'm asking you
to tell me,
tell me
for Satan,
for certain
what is best for me.
what is best for
Now
me.
I am your disciple,
Now I am your disciple,
a soul surrendered unto you.
a soul surrendered to you.
Please instruct me.
Please instruct me.
Word to word, please repeat. Karpunya
Carbonia
of miserliness, of miserliness,
of miserliness,
dosha
dosha
by the weakness,
by the weakness,
upahata
upahata
being afflicted,
being afflicted,
svabhavaha
swabhava
characteristics.
characteristics.
So in the first line, Arjuna says that I am afflicted by miserly weakness. What does the word miserly mean?
Very low.
Sorry?
Very low weakness. Miserly.
No, miserly. Miser.
Someone who has money but doesn't spend.
Very acute.
Yeah. So in crude sense, someone who has money but does not spend it. So someone who has money but does not spend it. What does it mean in this context though? Prabhupada will explain that what is the faculty of the human being which differentiates that from other living entity.
Intelligence.
Very good. Intelligence. The human beings, why it can dominate over everyone else, because it has a superior and higher intelligence. And that higher intelligence actually is to understand the difference between the soul and the body. So if we use that intelligence not to understand the difference between soul and the body, but use not at all in the spiritual subject matters, then we have the intelligence and we are not using it. Like we have the money and we're not using the money. So therefore, one who is not using his intelligence to understand spiritual subject matters is known as karpanya, miserly person, kanjus, as they say in Hindi. And this is a dosha, this is a fault. Upahata, it had arisen in Arjuna's heart, swabhava, and it completely decharacterized him. And Arjuna recognized this. Why? Because although he's giving argument, but still he's not sure. If someone is giving argument, if you give me 5 reasons why you cannot come on Sunday, and after giving those 5 reasons, then you say to me, oh Prabhuji, I'm still not sure. So what does it say? It says that you actually know you should be here, but some excuses, miserly excuses you are making because the prioritization is not right. The interest of the soul, you're putting it last, and all other things, excuses, you're putting it ahead. Prichami. Prichami means I'm asking. So Arjuna is asking, Tvam, onto you, dharma, religion, sammudha, bewildered, chetaha, in the heart. So Arjuna says, my heart is now bewildered. Therefore, prichami, I'm now asking you, what is the right path for me to follow? Yat Shreya. Yat. What? Shreya. All good. Syat. Maybe. Nishchitam. Confidently. Bruhi. Tell. Tat. That. May. So he's saying here, Yat Shreya. Shreya means what is ultimate good. There is short-term benefit and there is long-term benefit. So short-term benefit is known as prayers and long-term benefit is known as Shreya. some girls, their names are Shreya. Shreya means ultimate good, ultimate benefit. So, for example, a child wants to just play around and not study. Is that good? It's good for short term. Is it good for long term? No, it's not good for long term. So, human being is meant to think long term, has to have a long vision. They say now, dirghdrishti means far-sighted. One has to be far-sighted. So, Krishna is being asked by Arjuna, what is definitely good for me, ultimate benefit, please tell me that. Yat Shreya Syan Nishchitam, you decide for me. I'm not able to decide. You decide for me what is good. Tanme and tell me. Now, Arjuna is signing at the bottom. What is that signature? Shishyasya. So, now, I am your disciple. He is submitting. I am your disciple. Teham. Te, your, aham, I. Shadhi, just instruct. Mam, me, tvam, unto you, prapannam, surrendered. So he says, now I am surrendered unto you, you please instruct me. So this is the process of a sincere disciple submitting to the spiritual master and asking the spiritual master to give guidance. And this system, even when Krishna comes, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he accepts. Who does he accept as his spiritual master? Very good. Sandipuni Muni Jai Shishi Radha Giri Govardhan Dhari Ki. Who does Lord Ram accept as spiritual master? Vashishta. So even the Supreme Lord, although they don't need, because they know everything, but to set an example, they accept spiritual master. So what about us? We all need spiritual masters. Let's see what Srila Prabhupada says in the purport. By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is the source of perplexity for everyone. In every step there is perplexity, and therefore it behooves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life. In our lives, we will always come across perplexities. As we mentioned, what to do, what not to do. All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from the perplexities of life which happen without our desire. So things that we don't want, they come our way. Like Arjuna never wanted to fight, but he is finding himself in the middle of battlefield. Similarly, there are so many things in our lives that we don't want. Those situations arise still. They are like forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone. Similarly, the world situation is that such perplexities of life automatically appear without our wanting such confusions. No one wants fire, and yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. The Vedic system therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the science of solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in the disciplic succession. A person with bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not therefore remain in material perplexities, but should approach a spiritual master. This is the purport of this verse. So, two things are very important Prabhupada mentions in this purport, in these sentences, that the spiritual master should be approached, And that spiritual master should be in disciplic succession. This is called parampara, means disciplic succession. That not one who speaks according to the whims of their own mind. If you want to get a degree in university for being a doctor, you admit yourself in the university through the right faculty. So similarly, this is the university of the science of self-realization. Therefore, one who has a spiritual master in the bona fide succession, whose original is Krishna himself. Krishna tells these signs to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, Narada to Vyas, and so forth. This tradition has been coming in unbroken chain. So when one hears from the right source, then they can reach the right conclusion and reach the right decision. And how practically we can experience this just by listening to Bhagavad Gita, the conclusion that Arjuna reached. What Arjuna said in 10th chapter, we hear Arjuna saying that, O Krishna, that sarvam etad ritam manye, sarvam, everything ritam manye, yadmam vadetsi Keshava, O Kesava, everything that you have said, I accept all that. Nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidur devana danava, even the host of demigods, or even daityas, the demons, they do not know your personality. But you have revealed this to me. Therefore, sarvam etad ritam manye yanmam vadasi Keshava. Everything you have said, I accept. So whatever conclusion Arjuna accepted, that we have to accept if we are to reach the right conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna says, we are not the body, we are the spirit soul. That's the starting point. If that point we get it wrong, then everything is wrong. So that means what? As soon as we wake up in the morning, we have to remember this fact that I'm not this body. Although in the mirror we may look at this body of flesh, bones, blood. But the soul inside is sustaining and pertaining the body. That is the real self. And the question we have to ask, Yat Shreyaha, what is that? Yat Shreyaha. Yeah. Think what? Yes, very good. What is the ultimate long-term benefit of the soul inside this body? And Krishna explains in various places in Bhagavad Gita the instructions of the great living entities, Mahatmanas Tumam Partha, Devim Prakritim Ashrita. The great souls, what do? Bhajanya Ananya Manaso Jnatva Bhutadim Avyayam. They worship Krishna with all their heart and without any deviation. They have Krishna in their heart without any deviation. Krishna is the Prathama Purusha. Prathama Purusha means one and only one in their hearts. Bhajasva Purusham Param. And they do two sublime activities. In the next verse it is explained. Please repeat. Satatam kirtayanto mam
Satatam kirtanam
yatantascha dhradavrataha. So the first activity is what? Kirtan. Very good. So from 4:30 we start. So it's nice if you can all come at that time and we can do nice kirtan. And he says satatam. Satatam means always. Kirtayanto mam. Mam means mine. My kirtan, my glories. Sing my glories. Firstly, satatam. And then yadantascha means endeavor.
endeavor to sing my glories satatam. And then the third quality he says, Dridhabrataha. Dridhabrataha means with great determination. And then the second thing he says, Namasyantascha mam bhaktya. Bow down before me, Namasyantascha. Offer obeisances into me. And third thing he says, Mam bhaktya. Become my devotee. Nitya yukta upasate. And in this way, Nitya yukta, always be engaged in worshipping me. So if these activities we do, very simple, satatam, always, kirtanta, doing kirtan of Krishna, with determination and endeavoring for this. And bowing down before Krishna, becoming Krishna's devotee, and engaged this way in Krishna's service, then Krishna will always be, he's already in the heart, but Krishna will then direct us. Why? Because we are accepting Krishna as our Lord and our Master. So Krishna is already in everyone's heart, but some people just ignore him. So Krishna's voice is depressed. Krishna is the first Guru. Chaitya Guru means he is the Guru in the heart. And if we don't look or hear the voice of that Guru, then we have no destination. Let's see Prabhupada what he says. Who is the man in material perplexities? It is understood who does not understand the problems of life. The perplexed man is described as follows. Yo vaye tadaksharam gargi avid vamsal lokat prati sakripanaha. He is miserly man who does not solve the problems of life as a human and who quits the world like cats and dogs without understanding the signs of self-realization. The human form of life is most valuable asset for living entity who can utilize for solving the problems of life. Therefore, one who does not utilize this opportunity properly is a miser, kanjus. Why? Because you have intelligence and you're not using for right purpose. On the other hand, there is Brahmana. So see, these words sound similar. Kripana and Brahmana. Brahmana, or he who is intelligent enough to utilize this body to solve all the problems of life. Ya etadaksharam gargi vidit vam smal lokat praiti sab brahmana. The Kripanas or miserly persons waste their time in being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc. Overly affectionate for family, society, country. This afternoon, when I was thinking, oh, such a tiring day it has been, what can I speak about? So I said, okay, whole day has been gone on Guru, so let's speak about the Guru Tattva to understand that. Then I said, but I haven't read anything. So in myself, there was a book that I never opened. So I just took it out and I opened a page. And that page was about Guru. And this story about, this disciple the Guru had. So, here Prabhupada very nicely mentions that Kripanas or miserly persons waste their time being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc. in the material conception of life. One is often attached to family life, namely to wife, children and other members on the basis of skin disease. Kripana thinks that he is able to protect his family members from death, or the Kripana thinks that his family or society can save him from the verge of death. So one who is too attached. So in this, when I opened that book, this, the speaker was telling this story about this disciple of a spiritual master, and every day the disciple used to go to the spiritual master and spend time with the spiritual master and take instructions from him and follow it. But then the disciple got married. And after he got married, his wife was quite attached to him. And she said that I love you so much that I cannot bear separation from you for even few minutes. So you please stay with me always. So slowly the disciple stopped going to spiritual masters. And he used to go, then quickly come back, and then eventually he completely stopped. So after some time, the spiritual master asked, oh, where is that disciple of mine? He used to come every day, take instructions from me, hear from me, Krishna Katha. So the disciples answered that, oh, he's got married now. So the master said that, you please call him, tell him I want to speak. So he asked, what happened? She said, my wife is too attached to me and she loves me so much. And no one else loves me as much as she does. So the spiritual master said, no, Krishna loves you the most. And no one can do anything for you as much as Krishna. So the disciple replied, no, my wife loves me so much. So the spiritual master said, okay, you do one thing. You every day, you come here and spend all your time with me for 15 days. 15 days you come and stay here. But how will my wife give me permission? No, you tell her that only 15 days. After that, you will never come here. Only 15 days. So, and in that 15 days, I will teach you a yoga practice. And that yoga practice, you will be able to be clinically dead for 15 minutes. Your heartbeat won't be there, your pulse won't be there, you'll be clinically dead. You won't be dead, but you'll be clinically dead. But you'll be able to hear everything that is going on. So I'll teach you that art. And then after 15 days, you go home and you die for 15 minutes. And then you hear what is happening. So he went and he said to his wife, look, my spiritual master, I owe him something. So he's asking only 15 days. And thereafter, I will never ever have to go to him. So the wife with a, stone heart said, okay, yes. So 15 days he was there, he learned this art. And after 15 days he came back. And on this particular day, when the spiritual master told, he used that yoga practice to stop his breathing, heartbeat, blood flow. He was clinically dead. So everyone was crying. And his spiritual master then came and he announced, who loves this person the most? So the wife came out, she was crying. Her sorrow knew no bounds. The wife said, I love him the most. So the spiritual master said, if you love him the most, then you drink this water and you will die and he will become alive. Wife said, without him I can't live. You can't live without him anyway, so he's not there, so you might as well die. So the wife said, no, it's all right. Who can change the destiny? He's already dead. So this is what the Lord may have wanted. So when the husband heard that, then he realized, yeah, actually, how much she loves. So he got up and he said, now I have nothing to do, I'm leaving. So the spiritual master stopped him and said, no, she's your wife. They're your family. Your duty is to look after them. But you have to be cognizant of the fact that they are not yours. It is just skin deep relation. Your real master, Prabhu, Natha, maintainer, sustainer, protector, nourisher is Krishna. So, you be, but you be detached internally. Externally you may appear attached, but internally be detached. Because this is not your ultimate benefit. Your ultimate benefit lies in Krishna. Shriyaha Pati is Shreya. Shriya Pati means is the husband of goddess of fortune. And our good fortune lies in saving him only. So, Kripana thinks that family society can save him from the verge of death. Such family attachment can be found even in lower animals who take care of children also. Being intelligent, Arjuna could understand that his affection for family members and his wish to protect them from the death were the causes of his perplexities. Although he could understand that his duty to fight was awaiting him, still on account of miserly weakness, he could not discharge the duties. He is therefore asking Krishna, O Supreme Spiritual Master, to make a definite solution. He offers himself to Krishna. Shishyasteham tvam shadhimam prapanna. He wants to stop all friendly talks. Talks between master and disciples are serious, and now Arjuna wants to take seriously before they recognize spiritual master. Now this is the important point to understand. Spiritual master does not mean a cheap relationship. It is very, very serious matter. Because he is instructing us for our ultimate goal, ultimate benefit, Shreyaha. Therefore, it is not what we say that he should do. What he says, we should follow. Every morning, we're singing this Shri Guru Charana Padma when we do Guru Arati. And one of the first things there it's mentioned, Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Bande Mohi Savadhana Mate. That Savadhan Purvak, with great detail and attention, we follow the instructions of the spiritual master. And the next line of that is that Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittete Koriyakya. Because when Guru speaks, he speaks, his Vani says to be sweet like lotus, soft as lotus. But it's the truth. So, Chittete Koriya Akya, his instructions deep in our consciousness, we should engrave. Arna Koribo Mane Asa. There should be no other desire apart from that. Because the Guru, bona fide Guru, will advise us how we can be successful in this life, in all aspects. Chakshudan diloje janme janme prabhushe. The Guru opens our eyes, like in this story. He tells us who is the friend, who is the foe, who is the Sujana. Sujana means well-wisher, who is Durjana, who is taking advantage of us, just using us. Chakshudan diloje janme janme prabhushe. He is the life, he's janme janme, he's the master, spiritual master, life after life. Why? Divya Jnana Hridaya Prakashito, because he has enlightened our heart with transcendental knowledge. Divya Jnana Hridaya, in our heart, he gives that knowledge. Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu, Adhama Janara Bandhu. He is the ocean of mercy. Although we are Adhama, he is very merciful unto us who don't know what is right, what is wrong. So in this way, such a spiritual master has to be taken shelter of. Prabhupada says, Krishna is therefore the original spiritual master of the science of Bhagavad Gita, and Arjuna is the first disciple for understanding the Gita. How Arjuna understands Bhagavad Gita is stated in the Gita itself, and yet foolish mundane scholars explain that one need not submit to Krishna as a person, but to the unborn within Krishna. There is no difference between Krishna within and without, and one who has no sense of this understanding is the greatest fool in trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. Jai Shri Shri Radha Giri Govardhan Hari Ki Jai. So any comments or any questions?
Excuse me, when you said 15 days time to, when you do this one wife, what is the duration? Why we put the 15 days duration for this?
I just read it. That's what they said.
Training time. That was the
Any question? Any important question on how the soul can benefit?
That's a training time, so
I mean, regardless.
yeah,
It's important to understand the
essence.
message. What is the message?
That no one is
No one is
above
like Krishna.
except Krishna.
One person, sorry, I'm getting from all directions.
Hand raise, everyone done.
Yeah, okay. You said this.
No one can love us like Krishna.
No one can love us as much as Krishna. Mataji. Same, okay.
Krishna is our only relative.
Krishna is the true friend, true relative.
And
We
should
should always,
Wait, hang on. Yes, Mataji.
we should always think for like long term, not for the short
Very good.
term.
We should always think long term. What is the long term benefit?
Shortcuts.
Shortcuts will take us nowhere. Yes.
So he is a superior, he knows everything,
Yes.
but he is keeping the mind to other people. It means something what we have to think about Krishna, what he's doing, he give a suggestion, and in the end of the day, he is a superior.
He is the superior person, and somehow or the other, even our mind goes here and there, we should bring it back to him through the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, through the medium of Guru. Yes, last two. Any comments? Any comments? Anything you got from the class?
Krishna shows us the right path.
Yes. He says that Yashreyasyan Nishchitam. Krishna, you decide for me. So one of the prayers in Bhagavatam is that Yatha Bala Charet Hitam Pita Swayam. That how the father, without the child asking, does everything good for the child, isn't it? Like as a mother, you would do everything good for your children. So similarly, oh Krishna, please do everything which is good for me. You know the best, I don't know what is the best. Like the child sometimes does not know what is the best. Yes, one last one. Anyone? That's it.
I think one needs a spiritual leader in their life
Yes.
to tell all the...
So that's the whole point of this class, that Prabhupada explains that spiritual master should be a devotee of Krishna, who understands Krishna, who can understand Krishna's instruction, and can practically tell the disciple on how to follow that instruction. So this whole movement, Krishna conscious movement, is about making a Brahmana out of Kripana. So everyone can become Brahmana simply by using the intelligence in the right direction. Yes. Jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishad ki Srila Prabhupada ki. Let's have Aarti now. If you have any questions more, later we can talk during Prashadam time. Jai, Hare Krishna. Murari Prabhu, you'd like to lead Gaur Aarti? Stand down. You are here, huh?